Good morning. We want to welcome our student to our first ever virtual job fair. So this is exciting. Um, we are happy to have Dutch Brothers with us this morning, and they're such a great organization. They hire a lot of people. They're so successful. They're opening new stores as we speak, and they need great workers. And as you know, everybody who works for Dutch Brothers has a great personality, and that's what makes Dutch Brothers roll. Honestly, in my opinion, they work as a team, and I just think they're great. So I want to introduce our employer. We have Rachel and we have Amanda from Dutch Brothers. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ask some questions here, and then we'll get everything rolling. So and just kind of take it one moment at a time.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So you two, okay, tell us about your company.
So Dutch Bros is obviously a coffee company. We were established in 1992 from Grants Pass, Oregon. That is where the founding company was at. And we are here now at Dutch Bros, standing at 8 locations. And we are looking to hire, motivated, customer engaging people. We love to serve people, and we want to make sure that we focus on building connections with our customers and community through one cup of coffee at a time.
Oh, that's so great. And I feel that's so true when you go every single time. Good. So what positions are you currently hiring for?
We are hiring for the barista position, the part-time position at our locations. For all 8
Barista.
locations, yes.
Okay, good deal. Um, I got to ask you, what is the schedule like for working for Dutch Brothers? I mean, is it full time, part time, and what are the hours? How does that work?
Yeah, so we do have part-time positions that we are looking to, hire on a couple of people, especially college-age students. If that is what they want to do, they want to go to school and they want to work part-time, that would be perfect for you. We definitely have 2 24-hour stands. So if grave shifts are something that you're looking for as well, we do offer grave shifts, but doesn't necessarily mean that like that is what you, if we do hire you on, doesn't necessarily mean you have to work the gray shifts. It's just an option for you.
Right.
So we do have the part-time position that is averaging right now about 15 hours,
Okay.
and you can work as a part-timer up to 30 hours.
Wow, that's quite a bit. Now, 30 hours, do they get the benefits with that, or is that just strictly a part time?
It is for part-time. Unfortunately, no, we do not give benefits for a part-time barista position, but
Yeah.
we always have room for growth here in our company. We are looking to hire on as much as we can, and we
Okay.
do have a lot of room for growth, a lot of promotions. There's lead positions, and you know what? You can definitely make your way up. So long as you are, applying yourself, you could definitely keep moving up in the company as far as you want. There is many different options for everybody.
Okay, I think that's terrific. Okay, good deal. What qualities do you look for in a someone who's interviewing? Because everybody can have the same background, well, not same background, but same qualifications, but the quality of a person or whatever, what sets one apart?
So, what we are looking for and what we hope is we want to make sure that we have, a positive person who is outgoing, who loves making connections and engaging in genuine conversations with the customers, who's able to work, multitask in a fast paced environment, and who can just overall uplift the team. Those are
Mm,
the kind of people and associates that we're looking for.
that's great. So, okay, good. So, what kind of skills does somebody need to work at Dutch Brothers?
Oh, so as far as skills go, we want to be able to look for somebody again that is able to multitask. As you can see, our lines are great. We have a lot of people who want to be helped with their coffee served with a rebel. So just being able to multitask, being able to engage in conversations and make connections with them. We want to make sure that we're able to work together as a team and
Uh-huh.
collaborate with one another, because I do think that is that's what makes Dutch Bros Dutch Bro, a smooth operation. Just making sure that we're able to go ahead and handle cash, handle any forms of payments, making sure that we are able to serve the customer in a timely fashion. We look
Yeah.
for speed, quality, and service in each individual. And,
Mhm.
and if you don't have the speed down, it's okay. We're going to get you there. We are always about supporting one another.
I think that's wow. I think that's great. Now, how does one apply to your for your positions?
Yeah, so you can actually, we do have the Dutch Bros website. So you can go to dutchbros.com/apply. You can search your media area. So Fresno, it'll have the location down there. You can definitely choose a location and set your preference as far as where you would like to be placed as stand
Mhm.
wise. We do like to let everybody know that we are hiring for all 8 locations and we will try our best to place you where you want to be.
Wow, that sounds great. Okay, 8 locations. So I know you have one Fowler and Herndon. You have one by Fresno City College. I always see that. You have one West Shaw. You have one on Bullard and West. You have one on, gosh, is it Maple?
Yes.
It's international in that area.
Maple and Beeheimer. We
Yep.
have one right there.
Beeheimer. Okay, good. What
Yeah.
are the other areas? I'm trying to think. Are there others?
So we have the McKinley location near Fresno City College. We also
Right.
have the Palm location, which is off of Palm and Herndon. Shaw, which is the
Oh,
Shaw
that's
and
right.
West location. That is one of our 24-hour stands. We have two. McKinley's
Okay.
other 24-hour stand. We also have the Bullard and West location.
Right.
And we also have Ashland.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Small but mighty.
Small but mighty.
But they do good business there. I pass by them every so often, and their lines are
Yes.
just as long as somebody else or your other stores. Now, where are the new, if you can say, where are the new Dutch Brothers going?
So we are planning on opening up hopefully soon 3 locations. We have Madera. We
Oh,
also have the Sanger location, and I believe
I think we're trying to fill some more spots too in Clovis and Fresno as well.
it's needed.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
It is needed. Wow. I think the Sanger and Madera are perfect. And we have a lot of students who go to both or live in both areas. So that's great. So
We're excited.
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
definitely
Okay,
a lot
good.
of room for growth.
Yeah, it sounds like it, which is great. And then your headquarters are here in Fresno, which is nice too. Now, when somebody applies, do they need to have a resume? Do you prefer them having a resume, a cover letter,
Oh,
or
so
what is your
if a person feels, if they want to submit, there is an option online where you can submit a cover letter and a resume. They are always welcome to. I don't want to say that, you have to, but
right?
it is definitely an option that if you want to stand out amongst everybody, sure, I definitely
Okay.
do. We do look through them. We do enjoy reading them. It is
Okay.
completely optional though.
Very good. Now, do you feel, in your opinion, that if they have a resume or have a cover letter, both, or does that give a positive impression to you, or what do you what does it do?
Definitely, because
Okay.
I feel like when it comes to resumes and cover letters, you really do get to understand the applicant, what their goals are in their cover letter,
Right.
what their skills are. I definitely do enjoy, we do appreciate reading them because
Right.
it does let us know who you are as a person, what you're hoping to get from us, and what we can hopefully provide to you as a future employee.
I'm so glad you said that because I try to tell people that, but I don't know if they really get the gist. But when they hear it from employers, it's perfect. So this is good.
We definitely do look for, somebody that is, available to work flexible hours,
Mhm.
and right
Mhm.
now our qualifications are at least 18 years of age or older with a high school diploma or equivalent and,
Yeah.
transportation, able to get to the job on
Right.
time.
Okay. Now, what is your company's expectation? Well, wait a minute. Now, the dress code is more casual for Dutch Brothers. We all know that. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do you have
yeah,
limitations, or I mean,
we are a love all serve all company, so I definitely, and we as a company encourage, come as you are, piercings, tattoos, colored hair. I used to have green. I do not right
oh
now, but
wow.
I'm planning on it again. We definitely don't mind anything of that sort because that is what makes connections with people.
Yeah.
That is who you are.
Mhm.
We
Right.
do, of course, dress code. We will provide Dutch wear if you do get hired on. We
Oh.
provide shirts of the month. So
Mhm.
every month, headquarters in Grants Pass, Oregon sends us shirts to give to our baristas as soon as they clear from training. So you do get some cool merch every now and then.
Mhm.
Rachel has one on right now. That was
Okay, good.
so we do provide Dutch Bros shirts to the employees, and then that's
Okay.
what we ask for you to wear.
We also do just like normal things like non-slip shoes are required. Masks are obviously required right now. Hairs put up, just things like that. But definitely we want
Right.
people to express their personalities for sure. We have a lot of people right now with colored hair. I guess, yeah,
Some
like you said, piercings,
colored
stuff like that.
non-slip Crocs. We're definitely,
Non-slip
Crocs are
Crocs.
Crocs are optional.
Okay, so do you want a closed, wait, what do you call it? Closed shoe where there's no
Shoes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
comfortable, yeah, and anything were to fall on them that they'd be, it's a little more,
Non
it's safer.
Yes,
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 non-slip
absolutely.
closed-toed shoes is what
Closed-toed shoes, I should know that. Okay.
Yes.
Um, good. So, you know what? Okay, so this is a question. Somebody to be successful. Is it the skills that make them successful, or is it something else that makes them successful, or is it a combination of both?
I think it definitely always is a combination of both. I think what
Yeah.
makes a person successful in the company is just the ability to want to try and to strive to do and make every drink possible. We do want to make a quality food for a customer, but hey, we also understand that it's just coffee at the end of the day, especially when you're training here. We want to make sure that when it comes to being successful here, that just understanding that, hey, it's mistakes do happen. We're all about it. We want to make sure
Mhm.
that we help you. Anything to make you better as a person, as a future employer, whether it's here or, going on later on in your future career after you graduate, we're definitely
Mhm.
all for it.
Okay. That's great. I know we have a question. Aria, can you read that off?
Yes.
Okay.
Are there entry-level positions, those where there is no real resume due to previous jobs?
Yeah, as far as
Great
entry
question.
level position, we definitely, if you do not have any previous job experience, that is okay with us. We look for, is customer service experience, of course, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have it in a previous job experience. You could have had it, volunteering for an organization at
Mhm.
school, teamwork, and we look for teamwork. You could definitely have had that experience amongst, a club in your high school or even in college. You definitely do not necessarily have to have any previous job experience. We are open to any or no experience at all.
That to me, that was a great question. I didn't think to ask, write that down earlier. One of the questions, somebody does not have experience and they're like, how do I get a job? And they're competing with hundreds of people. How do they get the attention of an employer so they can get an interview and let them know that they can be a great employee? So on a resume, like you said, volunteer work. And I always tell people this is the prime time of your life. Get involved if you don't have work experience. Do volunteer because it does give you the skills. It gives you customer service abilities. You learn so much. You become more connected, or you become connected, I should say. And plus, it gives you something to write about on a resume. So it's there's so much opportunity out there to be so great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
And
and
I
don't let anything stop you.
Yeah, and I think that's when it comes back to, if you don't have any previous job experience, like I said, that is okay. We definitely still look. And
Yeah.
I think that's when cover letters or even resumes come in handy, explain
Very good
what you
point.
offer. What can you offer? Can you definitely provide conversations and keep a conversation going? You don't have to be the most outgoing person in the world. We definitely
Right.
are all about, just community and just engagement.
Okay, I think that you just said a great statement again. That's where the cover letter and resume comes. And if they don't have work experience, and they could come to the Career and Employment Center here at City College, they can call us up and make an appointment with me or Cindy Dunn, and we could work on the cover letter together. A lot of people don't know that about our department, but we do. We don't exactly write it for you, but we help you through the process. You know. And but keep in mind the students that are attending this session, go volunteer, become active in school, take on projects, become a lead, because that gives you something to talk about in an interview. You feel accomplished. You learn so much more, and it affects the next chapter of your life in a way, or the next day, or your next job, or whatever. So
There's
this
a
is
lot you
great.
learn. There's a lot you learn from Dutch Bros.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And maybe this isn't a forever place for you, but you learn a lot and it's a really good stepping stone.
yeah, I think so too. I do. Good. Do we have any more questions?
Yes, we have two more questions.
Okay.
Okay, hello, I am a high school graduate. Although I graduated early, I am going to be 17 this Saturday. Do you hire minors?
Good question.
Yes, so we are looking for, as far as qualifications go, at least 18 years or older, unfortunately. So, but definitely do keep us in mind in the future. I would love to interview you. But yes, 18 years of older, and we're also looking for a high school diploma or equivalent. So that is the minimum qualifications that Dutch Bros Fresno is looking for.
Now, if somebody was 17 and they got what they gosh, a work like no work permit, can they work? Can they do that still?
Unfortunately, not. I
Not.
wish, but at this point in time, what we are still currently looking for is the 18 years or older.
Okay. Okay, good deal. All right. Do we have another question?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm currently in a program to get my GED. Would I still be able to apply, seeing as you said earlier that an applicant would need their diploma or GED?
Got it. So yes, and again, I do apologize, but at this point in time, a high school diploma or equivalent, I do encourage you. I am so proud of you that you are currently in that program to get your GED, but I would definitely encourage you as soon as you are able to, and as soon as you're ready, to definitely apply at dutchbros.com/apply. And, we'll look into getting you involved, but I do apologize at this point in time.
Okay. Do you have any management training? Do you? I'm sure you train managers. Do you have a certain type of training that you offer?
Yes, so I'll have
We
Rachel take
do.
over this
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually are very hands-on with the training, literally from the get-go. Once you're hired on, we do intense, I don't want to say intense, but we do a 5-day training, hands-on. You learn all your recipes, literally everything you need to know. After that point, we pass you on to a in-shop trainer, and then from there it's about like 2-ish weeks. Super hands-on. They teach you everything just that you've already learned, but you kind of go more in depth, and it's just really hands-on. You're more involved with customers. You're literally in there making drinks with everyone. From there, you work with managers. They clear you. They're like, hey, you're good to go. You got all that knowledge. Awesome. So that's a little bit about the training. From there, I know earlier we kind of talked about like promotions and how that works. We do, especially with all our stores opening up, there's a lot of growth. It's amazing. And then because of that, we do have the next position after barista is a shift lead position. So essentially you run the show when the manager assistant's not there. And then for that position, we look for just honestly ballers. And then we look for, our A players, people who kind of have that great culture, community. The crew's going to follow them, and they're able to kind of run the show when we're not there. And then from there, we have what you'll become. If you get promoted from there, you'll be a stand trainer, which is kind of like a shift lead, but now you're able to train as well.
Right.
So similar duties. You just kind of are involved with making sure your trainee is going well, and teaching them things at the same time. Then from there, we have the assistant position, which is really cool. It's what it sounds like. You're an assistant to the manager, and they do a lot of behind the scene things, scheduling, product, a lot of product, because we can't run out of coffee.
Right? No, you cannot do that.
No.
What a nightmare that could be.
Yeah.
That could be horrible.
It would be.
It doesn't happen.
Be like,
It doesn't
where would
happen.
we go?
Yeah.
and then we have from there just the normal manager position as well. They kind of each have their shops. They oversee the crew, make sure the shift leads are good, everyone's good. They're also in charge of similar things as the assistant, just like the inventory product, um, chores, meetings, things like that. But they're still able to kind of balance out and also be in the shops, hands-on with the crew, making sure people, know what they're doing. There's culture, we're involved, things like that.
That's great. I want to ask a quick question. I know we may have another question, but where do you keep your inventory? Because you go through so much, you have tiny little stores, but where do you keep your inventory? Because it's a massive amount, correct? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Or
No,
okay.
you're not wrong. So we are actually lucky. We get our product delivered about 3 times a week. So we are almost all of our shops have room to store that product. Everyone except our small but mighty stand, Ashlyn, they don't have room for products. So we actually store it at our headquarters here in Fresno. And they just get daily deliveries like multiple times a day. But as far as everyone else, we actually have room to store all of the product.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we do have it.
It's like, do you have a basement? That they're so small. Those stores
It's
are so
very
small. At least most of them.
impressive. When you walk inside, it's definitely one of those things where you're like, oh, there's another hallway this way that has more product, more
Yep.
Rebel cans, more cool cans. We definitely have our product there in the stand, and it's great because it's readily accessible.
Yep.
We always know what we need when we need it.
It's like a little bit of Tetris.
So that's part of being a good manager, keeping up your inventory and making sure
Yes,
it's in the right
yes,
place.
absolutely. We do not
Wow.
run out of anything.
Okay. Hey, do we have other questions?
Yeah. Quick question for the Dutch Brothers hiring opportunity. Here's my question. Because I personally have prior experience with doing handling coffee and also doing orders as well. In my junior and senior year of high school, we had our own kind of coffee stand to serve teachers.
That's amazing.
I was wondering, really, like, I'm curious, like for a position like Dutch Bros, how come do you guys absolutely need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, knowing that it's a part-time job to full-time job? I'm just curious is all.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the GED or the high school diploma, that's just something that we definitely ask for. And as far as, why, it's just one of those things that is just what we look for in a barista. We definitely do encourage and want people. We don't mind if somebody goes to college and attends school at the same time that they are trying to work for their, associate's degree. It's just something, unfortunately, that we do look for it. But, as to the why, I can't necessarily give you the why. It's just that is what we're looking for. And, and 18 years or older and, flexible schedule, we definitely do encourage you to finish school. I think that's first and foremost what we want people to do is just to finish. And then that's why we are able to work with a part-timer, work with a college schedule because, hey, we get it. Currently, I'm going to school. I'm actually finishing my bachelor's degree at this point in time at Fresno State this semester. So I always want to encourage and I always let people know if that is something that you want to do, go to school at the same time. I definitely encourage it. Let us help you. We want to work with you.
Thank you you look fantastic.
Thank you.
I mean, you really thought ahead to make a good impression. And I hope everybody sees that because it does work. And we appreciate the time you put into yourself and to be here. And I'm glad you showed up. If anybody else, we're getting kind of to the end of this session here. But I do want to say something, and I got this straight from employers at Fresno Police Department for one, and also Community Hospital. When you take a customer service job, it means so much to the employer 4 or 5, 6 years down the line. Become a police officer, you become a nurse, you become whatever, and they told me one thing they look for in applications on resumes to choose their candidates, because everybody goes through college if they're going to be a nurse, whatever, and they all have the same criteria in that area. But they want to go deeper. They want to know what you did in high school, what you did in college. If you worked at McDonald's, you've worked at any type of customer service, that is a huge, great check mark. they look at that, they see how far you've come, they know you worked hard, they know you mix with people very well. Being in a very busy environment, it's not easy. Personalities can be very hard to work with. I know that I was a flight attendant years and years and years and years ago, being on planes, and people are, close together. You get on people's nerves, but you deal with people. You know how to interact with their personalities and make things successful. You use that skill in everything you do in a bigger job, and more expensive, jobs that you make a lot more money. But that skill is huge, and I encourage people to go this avenue because I think it does wonder. I think it's terrific.
Can I ask a
Hello.
question?
Sure.
Where exactly you guys were hiring? Because I live right next to one, but every time
Yeah.
I ask, they always just say it's online.
So it is, we are actually hiring for all 8 locations. You can apply at dutchbros.com/apply and enter in your location. So you can write Fresno, and then our locations are listed there. On the application itself, it'll ask what your stand preference would be. So you can definitely go
Cool.
ahead and choose where you would like to be placed. We definitely take that into consideration, but all 8 locations.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we are out of time. This has been such a great half an hour, and I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Amanda. I want to thank Rachel. They did a great job. And if people are interested in Dutch Brothers, I do encourage you to apply. Please go to their website. What is your website?
It is dutchbros.com/apply.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, good. So thank you so much. You did a great job.
Thank you so much for having us, and everybody's
welcome.
on here with us. We appreciate the questions.
We appreciate our students, and I hope we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All
Good luck
right.
this semester, everybody.